Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the stream. Tonight we are playing more of that Arkham horror game. As it is Friday and it is board game night, so you know what time it is. Come on, don't be a idiotto. Just realised I probably should actually just refill my water, but never mind. We'll do that halfway through if I need to. Gives me an excuse to run some ads later in the stream. Before we start, for some reason my activity feed is saying this once again, but thank you very much to a man called Jack for the follow. I do greatly appreciate it. It appears that you apparently followed while I was offline, or while I may have still been online. I'm not sure which. My Streamlabs isn't saying that it's done. This is from my stream manager. So this week we're not actually going to be editing our deck because we only have 3 XP and there really isn't much that I want to purchase. Saying that, let me have a look at the card close up. Not the FAQ. That's the Dunwich Legacy, which we can close. Oh wait, no, that was. Oh, we needed that open. God damn it! All right, time to find. No, that is exactly what I'm looking at right now. Dunwich Legacy is what I wanted. So, we've done extracurricular. We've done the prologue. We've done extracurricular activities. So we're on to The House Always Wins. Then we've got Armitage's Fate. Then we might go into the Miskatonic Museum. It very much depends on how long The House Always Wins takes and how I'm feeling towards the end. But kind of once we've done the Miskatonic universe, the Miskatonic Museum, so we may do that next week. After that, I might open up a vote. I'll probably put the vote up today. Thinking on it. Put the vote up today. And when we go to... Well, basically, when we're doing the Essex County Express, so we're going on a train anyway, I will open up the votes for... a mid-adventure. Likely Curse of the Rougarou, Murder at the Excelsior Hotel, War of the Outer Gods. One of those 3. Mainly as the Guardians of the Abyss is one that requires... If you're going with the whole concept of like it's all following in a way, the Guardians of the Abyss doesn't make much sense. That one would make sense between this one and the Return and the Forgotten Age, because the Forgotten Age is already set in like the jungles in South America. I will say Guardians of the Abyss is set in Egypt. So, let me just double check. But that there is at least the plan. So, we'll see what happens though. Excuse me. Anyway, at the very least, we're not adjusting our deck. Just going to go straight into the house always wins. So, let me just bring the microphone a little closer for this. Dr. Armitage suggested you track down his associate, Dr. Francis Morgan. He's not sure whether Dr. Morgan is in trouble, but he's not particularly happy with his colleague's present choice of company. He's in the Clover Club, a notorious gambling joint somewhere downtown. Finding the club's exact location isn't easy. You have to grease a few palms to learn which of the downtown restaurants operates as the club's front. That restaurant is La Bella Luna, a somewhat upscale Italian eatery by the theatre. You change into your Sunday best and make your way there. In front of La Bella Luna stands a man in a pinstripe suit who sizes you up as you approach. Enjoy yourselves, he says with a snake-like grin as he holds open the restaurant's front door. Alright, so gather all the cards from the following encounter sets. Oh, we'll take it off of this for the moment. Well, no. Yeah, we will. The house always wins. Bad luck. Rats. And that should be Naomi's crew. Yeah, that's Naomi's crew. And then we have set aside over here the ominous or hideous abominations and striking fear. Those are currently set aside. Let's put those up there. We've got our two investigator decks, Carolyn Fern and Amanda Sharp over here. They're out the way for the moment. So, gather all the cards. These are the settings together with the following icons. Sure. House always wins. We want this over here so I can see what each token does. I've got the agenda. And I've got act. I'll put those there. Put the Clover Club Lounge, the Clover Club Bar, the Clover Club Card Room, and La Bella Luna locations into play. Each investigator begins at La Bella Luna. Is there anything? There's nothing resembling how we select them out, how we should lay these out, so they're just in play, so that's fine with me. So what we'll do is we'll actually start from the bottom here. We'll put them in these locations here for the moment. Put the Clover Pit Boss into play in the Clover Club Lounge. Ooh, okay. He is going to be on our asses from the start. Wow, okay. I was looking at that. So his prey is the highest knowledge. He's a hunter. Forced. After an investigator at the Clover Club Pit boss's location gains any number of clues, Clover Club Pit boss readies, engages an investigator, and makes an immediate attack. And he does 2 points of damage. He has 4 HP, fight of 3 and speed of 3, so that's not too bad. But we need some way of dealing with him right away. Oh man, this is not going to be good. And, oh wow. So, that is the only place that we can go to. Okay. Yep. Set aside the cards out of play. The Darkened Hall. Each copy of the Black Hall Doorway. Dr. Francis Morgan and Peter Clover. Pop those up the top there, out of play. Shuffle the remaining cards to get the encounter deck. Oui. I have no idea how shuffled these are, so we're just going to give them true shuffle. Okay. So, I mean, the encounter deck isn't that large, though we do have those abominations and striking fear to go inside of into this deck at some point. So that's going to be fun. That is going to be fun. But we will see what happens. Who knows how long this is going to be. Ah, interesting, okay. So, I might actually be fine. I'm not sure. I've got the FAQ open. Okay. Let me just have a double check on this, because I just noticed something. There was something that it just said. It said that At the start of the scenario, Agenda 1A grants each criminal enemy the aloof keyword, which stops these enemies from automatically engaging you. At some points, those enemies may lose the aloof keyword. Remember that enemies who are no longer aloof will automatically engage investigators at their location as per normal. So, I just want to double check. No, that is not the documentation I need. Let's learn to play. Got the FAQ. Rulebook? It's blob delete everything. I need to go through and rename all these. I've said that every single bloody time. Anyway, fit a page. Alright, let me have a look. Okay. Sure, there's blood on the altar, echoes of the past. The witching hour, wages of sin, the blob ate everything. Return to the threads of fate. Right, well, we are starting down here. Alright, let's see. The enemy traits for the boss should be humanoid, criminal elite. Ooh. Lucky dice. When you revealed a non-all chaos token, spend 2 resources, ignore that chaos token to reveal another resolve. Ooh, okay, interesting. Nope, that's not what I need. Henry Armitage is not what I need right now. No, none of those. Laboratory assistant. No. Sacrifice made. No. Sorry about this. I am just reading through terms and definitions. Gameplay, reactions, trigger abilities. Nested sequences. Choices and grim rules, additional costs. Experience. Standard rule because there's start a new campaign, you start a clean slate. The following is an optional variant that is likely to affect the game's balance. Only intrepid investigators who wish to embrace the chaos should choose this option. When transferring one investigator from a completed campaign to a new campaign, the player should observe the following rules. Not all surviving investigators in the original campaign not all surviving investigators in the original need to be transferred. It is okay to transfer some and start fresh with others. Investigators' decks remain the same. This includes all story assets and weaknesses earned in the original campaign, as well as experience gains, trauma suffered. Everything recorded in the campaign log under the investigators' earned story assets and weaknesses should be transferred to the new campaign as well. Other notes in the campaign log should be wiped clean and do not transfer to the new campaign. The Chaos Bag is reset. This includes all additional Chaos tokens that were added in the bag through the original campaign. Oh, okay, that's interesting. Cards and campaign guides are written with the assumptions that the investigators are not being transferred from one campaign to another. For this reason, campaign sometimes refers to as the campaign, for example, for the remainder of the campaign. In general, when interpreting such effects, treat each campaign as being separate from one another. However, some effects should be interpreted as if the campaign played as one part of one continuous uninterrupted campaign. This includes rules that dictate on how weaknesses or story assets operate, or additional rules that affect them. For example, for the remainder of the campaign, the bearer of X weakness must only speak in French. I hope I don't get something like that. That would a slight annoyance. Anyway, I think there was another one. Which was the other one? We've got an age, and then actually no, it's this one here, isn't it? The particle coaster. That takes us on another flight as well, because there's in Europe. I want to say you go to France. I think you go to France. Controlling attachments, deck building options. Nope, multi-class cards, that's very specific. Bonded cards, myriad cards, card interpretations, frequently asked questions. Okay, so FAQs is what I kind of want. This is only likely being here. Liquid courage. I'm just looking. Basically, they've got symbols for the deck, so I'm just looking for those symbols right now, seeing if there's anything here. Alright, spoiler for blood on the altar. Ooh. That's true, yeah. So there was an investigator added in this expansion called Ashcan Pete, and he's got a pet dog called Duke, who is pretty much integral to his entire gameplay, but you can lose him permanently, which makes things a little difficult. Double or nothing is a forbidden card, okay. Alright, well, it's not in there, meaning I need to open this up. Aloof. Aloof enemies with the keyword aloof. Do not automatically engage. Aloof enemy spawns on engagement. Investigator uses an engage action. The investigator cannot attack an aloof. Alright. But if do hunters still activate even if there is even if they are aloof? I assume it does. Either way. Anyway. Pop this up here for now. Let's just put you over here so I have some room for cards. Pop this over here. Don't really need the round and Aquance cards, but it's always nice to have them. Studious, versatile, and charisma. Versatile and charisma. Bonded cards. Move the water out a little ways. You know, bonded cards can sit up there. Pop that up there. Okay, so 3 and 2 sanity damage. Nope, other way around. Move that up there, move that up there. Oh. Move that just up there. Shove those up. There we got a little more room to work with. We've been sitting here talking, going over rules. I haven't even started yet. Hey, you know, it is what it is. Let me just double check my bonded deck. I should have reset the bonded deck before the end of last session. I hope it did. Yep, the Unbound Beast is there. That's the only one I was really worried about. Alright. Fantastic. So, we are now ready to begin. Well, almost. So, the Clover Club. You have entered the Clover Club casino in search of Dr. Morgan. The club is bustling at this late hour, filled with patrons looking to relax and drink, or make it big. You don't appear to be in much danger. Each criminal enemy gains aloof. Forced, if an investigator deals damage to a criminal enemy, immediately advance. And then, beginner's luck. You need to find Dr. Morgan. The club is packed. Perhaps somebody knows where he is. When you reveal a Chaos token, you may treat that token as if it were any other token in the Chaos bag. If you do, remember that you have cheated. Limited to once per round. interesting. When an investigator has collected the required number of clues, they must immediately spend them in advance. Alright, and we need 8 clues. I have a feeling that cheating is going to be something that is inevitable in here. Oh, dear me. Okay, we're not quite ready yet. Amanda, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Okay, let us. We'll keep those. Actually, no, we won't keep that. We won't keep that. Oh no, we'll keep that. We'll keep those 4, and I will pop these 2 back into the deck. I may have missed it, but what do the Chaos tokens do? Okay, so the Chaos tokens all live in this fantastic Chaos pouch. And how it works is whenever I do any kind of skill test or anything that requires me to test one of my abilities against a card, I reach into the Chaos pouch and I pull out a token. I pulled out a number of tokens here just to show you what they kind of look like. So this one here is the Elder Sign, which isn't an auto success, but usually you'll succeed if you pull it. I've got a Tablet token here, and a -4 to my skill check. There are a couple of pluses in there as well. But basically you end up like pulling a random token out of here at any time. So I've just pulled a -3 here. So from the looks of things with beginner's luck, when it's saying that I can change any of those tokens for another token in the Chaos bag, it basically means I can turn around and say, actually, although I pulled a -3, it was actually a +1. But then I have to remember that I've cheated. And I assume if I cheat, the Italian mafia are not going to be happy with me. So that's probably what's going to be happening here. So I shuffled the cards back in. I still only have 4, so I need 2 more cards. 1, 2. What do we got? Skill. That's kind of what I was after. I needed. I would have liked a skill. Okay, that's fine. That hand is... It's a hand that we can start with. Carolyn, you start with 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Cheat. If I really need to, I will. This is actually a good start as well, I think. Yeah. Yep. I'm happy with this starting hand. And with that, because yeah, there is like no water in that water bottle, I'm going to go and fill that up. So, I know we literally have done nothing, but I will be right back. While I'm away, there's a few words from our hashtag, not sponsors. And I return. Okay. So, we're trying to get clues. We need 8 clues. So we're starting at La Bella Luna. La Bella Luna was a multi-purpose establishment, and that's in quotation marks. So we've got the ability of resign. The music is cliche, and they only serve spaghetti. As far as covers for an underground speakeasies go, it's not particularly creative. So, it's got a shroud value of 2, and there are actually 2 clues on the front door. Okay, so it is the start of the round. So, Amanda, we draw a card for Amanda. And we've got to place a card underneath Amanda, so we're going to place Take the Initiative. That's the only card that we can. That really works underneath. So what we're going to do is we are going to start by investigating. Or are we? Yeah, we will investigate. Oh wait, actually, I just realised I hadn't even given myself my resources. God damn it! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. That'll be too expensive to do in that order. So we'll the first action we'll use the Hawkeye. We'll play the Hawkeye camera. For 2. Then we will investigate. We will be committing. Take the initiative. Unfortunately, we lose 1. We lose 1 committed question mark on there, so that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. And I'm going to play, and that's the wrong hand, going to play Practice Makes Perfect, costing 1 resource. I need to search the top 9 cards of my deck for a practiced skill. Commit this card, commit it to the skill test if able. Shuffle the remaining cards back into your deck. After this test ends, if it was successful, add that card to your hand instead of discarding it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh wow. I would have had in 2 turns I would have had 2 of my weaknesses come up. There'll be prophecy then. That goes to my discard. Okay, so now let us pull from the Chaos Pouch of Goodness. So we're currently even. And it rolled away from me. 0. I'll take that. So take the initiative. Goes under there. And prophecy gets added to my hand. Hello.
Yo.
Ah, hello, Mitchell Davis. How are you doing, my friend?
Okay, you.
Pardon?
Let me turn down this other game.
This other game, by this other game, do you mean Destiny?
No, Frostpunk.
Ah.
I've played a ton of Destiny in the past couple weeks, just because I've pretty much
Done everything?
I mean, there's the challenges to do every week, but Shadow started his job like last week or something, so he hasn't been playing a ton.
Yeah.
I think everybody in the clan's a little raided out because we were raiding a bunch like every week for a while.
Yeah.
And we were all playing a shit ton in general. The clan leader's also, like, her job or whatever had some major issues, and now she's like the manager.
Ooh, okay.
So she's working more. And one of the other people who would mainly play, who I played with a lot, he got a new dog recently, a puppy, so he's been, pretty busy with the puppy.
As you do.
Yeah. And I still enjoy playing occasionally by myself. I'll like hop on and do something, but I've just been playing other stuff because,
As you do.
people to play Destiny with, and Destiny's more fun with people.
Yeah. Unfortunately. Hey, Aqua! How are you doing? A nice, finally caught a board game stream. Yes, you have joined us for Arkham Horror. We're currently in a speakeasy trying to find a professor who's feeding his gambling addiction. But yeah, no, my schedule have been rammed, so I just haven't had a chance to... oh, you're winning, son. We've literally just started. So far I've successfully gained a clue. That's a good start. Clues are good. I'm no Rex Murphy though, so I'm not like just gobbling clues down like a madman. Do I want to try and gain that final clue? What would I be doing as Carolyn then? Doing that, I would then have to move once. I would go exploring, I think, just so I can see what's going on. We haven't got many turns before all of the criminals turn hostile. Yeah, that checks out for Arkham Horror. Yeah, one thing I'm looking forward to is I want to see what they're going to do with Mother's Embrace, which is out next week. So, that's a good segue. Next Tuesday I will be streaming. There's usually a day that I would have off as it's my streamiversary. It's 1 year since I started streaming, and I'll be starting Arkham Horror's Mother's Embrace. That'll come up later on down the line once all of my other challenge commitments are fulfilled. But yeah, we'll be at least starting that then.
Hello.
Ah, hello, sir.
How's it going, guys?
Yeah, not too bad.
Just chilling. You?
All right.
Just deep scrubbed in the bathroom.
Ooh,
Ah.
nice.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, well, it needed a cleaning, and since I was already doing it, I figured, might as well go
Why
deep,
stop?
Yeah. It's always
Jesus
better to go
Christ.
balls deep.
So we are gonna try and grab this final clue, take the initiative in, but it now only has one question mark. I'm not gonna attach anything else.
I don't know if either of you saw or care, but Squadrons is on Game Pass now.
Oh, I'm aware that it's on Game Pass right now. I will be playing that eventually. Oh, what did I sign up for?
This is called Twitch, Ronzi. It's a streaming service where you can play and broadcast video games.
Oh,
He's getting old, Davis.
Wyatt. Oh man, I'm tempted to join the Discord now, but I really need to focus on work. Look, I can't speak for those two, but I'm going to say to you, Atmos, stay true, buddy. Keep doing that work. Because it'll just prolong your work day if you don't get it done.
But Mike, important point of conversation.
So we pulled the auto success. That adds 0, and you may double the skill to icons on the card beneath it. Doesn't matter because we've passed anyway. So we grab the final clue, but more importantly, we gain some evidence for our Hawkeye folding camera.
Apparently, I got a free tier 1 sub to DP Bum Bum Man.
Fair enough.
Nice.
I think that you might be a follower of his or something.
No, I've only followed 2 channels. I've talked to him when he's been in here, I think.
Oh, you may have come across in the raid when we've raided him one time or another.
Possibly that too.
Yeah. Anyway, Evil Aqua, how are you doing today? I hope you're doing well. Forgot to ask, and I am a terrible... Whatever, Aqua. I keep calling you Evil. God damn it.
Evil Aqua.
I am a terrible, terrible host. Called out. Well, those of you in my channel who haven't followed Ever Aqua, please do consider going over there and giving her a follow. Last day of tiny people destroying my living room, aka spring break. Yeah, that's true. They'll be going back to school for weeks anyway. Oh, that there was our third action. Alright, so now it's Carolyn. First off, we're going to pay 1 resource. Bless. I've been good, thank you very much. I mean, today's been up and down, but it is what it is. So, I'm going to play the card Medico della Peste.
Bless you.
Well, thank you. And whenever it enters play, you may heal 1 damage or 1 horror. I'm going to heal 1 horror from Carolyn. That gives me a resource back from her special ability. There can only be 1 mask in play at a time, so we'll take it from there. So there's nothing more for me to do here. So that's our first action. So for our second action, we're going to head into the Clover Club Lounge. Comfortable leather couches, mahogany furniture, and an array of beautiful art greets gamblers, tempting them into the life of the would-be affluent. So while it is Act 1, Clover Club Lounge gains action. Discard an ally asset from your hand. Gain 2 clues from the token pool. Limited to once per game. Oh, I see. So it's kind of like, hey, like, trade in a, trade in a person. But what is Act 1? Interesting. Okay. Do I have... I might have people in hand that I can theoretically just throw away. Don't want to throw away Lita, to be honest. Whitson Green? No, probably not. Because I have a relic in hand. Anyway, there's no clues here. So that was my second action. Third action. So from here we can go to the card room, or we can go to the bar.
Bar.
Let's head over to the bar. So, the shelves behind the bar sag beneath the weight of all manner of bootlegged drinks, cheap ales, moonshine, expensive bottles of wine, aged whiskey. If only you had a couple of hours to kill. Okay. So. Limit once per game. So this, while in Act 1, Clover Club Bar gains, spend 2 resources, gain 2 clues from the token pool, and draw 2 cards. Remember that you have had a drink. So 1, 2, 3. Okay. That might be something to do. Either way, it is now... I'm fairly certain if he is aloof, he doesn't do anything because he's aloof. Why would he do anything? I mean, correct me if anyone who's played the game... Hey, Vespartan, how you doing?
The aloof Celtic Guardian.
He's so aloof. How are you, Vespartan? I hope you are well. So anyone who has played this game before and knows a little more about the rules, or has played this campaign in particular, if a card has aloof but it also has a hunter keyword, does hunter still activate? I'm leaning towards no, because it's aloof. He doesn't care about what we're doing right now. So I want to say that nothing happens. Those are some cool those are some cool emotes. Those are your emotes. Welcome, welcome. I am going to butcher this name.
Ronzi.
El Mito del Chaos? Yes.
If it has hunter and aloof, it seems like it stalks the prey like normal. It just doesn't automatically engage.
Okay. Fair enough.
So it's like a stalker. He just kind of follows you around to see what's going on.
Oh, he'll just keep following me.
Yeah, it says, you know, so it spawns normally, hunter triggers it normally, though it doesn't engage if it moves into an investigator's location. So
Okay.
it still follows the target that it normally would, it just doesn't automatically engage. You have to engage it.
Sure.
From what I'm saying, at least.
Okay, so basically what's happening is, put this
Bad
card...
shit's going down.
The Clover Club pit boss is currently is a hunter, and what that means would normally be is that he'll hunt down a specific kind of target. In this case, it's whoever has the highest knowledge. That's currently Carolyn, who's walked right past. But in this event, in the House Always Wins, in Agenda 1, all criminals are considered aloof, which would mean that whenever you walk into a room with an enemy, that normally the enemy, if it's unengaged, would engage with the investigator that first encounters it. Because it's got both, I was like, does the hunter effect still work? And it turns out that yes, the hunter keyword still works. It follows its prey, but it won't engage me. It's basically, it's what a pit boss you'd expect a pit boss to do before anything. They'll follow the person who they suspect will give them the most trouble or most person of interest. So we're now into the enemy phase. So yeah, he comes across to the club bar as he's keeping his eye on me. That's it. He's the only enemy on the field. Anyway, well, thank you for coming in, though. But I am confused as to what I should call you, El Mito. Can I just call you El Mito? It's easy. It'll be easier for me at the very least. I am terribly sorry. I am absolutely shit with names. Thank you very much for the follow. I do greatly appreciate it. And welcome in. I might have to. That is a sweet emote. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, are you a streamer, El Mito? I'm assuming you must. I'm assuming you are.
Oh, hey, it's that star symbol.
It is. It's the Elder sign.
That's what it's called. I haven't played the card game in a while.
Yeah, from Spain. Ah, very nice. Very nice. Well, the Elder symbol is something that's just synonymous with the game.
Well, yeah, but I really haven't played much of these games as of late because of what's that thing that's going on? Oh yeah, lockdown.
I mean, yeah, okay, yeah, fair. But I mean, the games you've got are why did my shout? There we go. There's my shout out. You've been playing board games as well. Very nice. You know, I will give you a follow after this stream, and I'll see if I can try and catch some of your streams as well. It's not. Is it the yellow sign? I think that is actually the yellow sign. My English is very bad. I wouldn't worry. My English is very bad as well, and I'm a native speaker.
Well, yeah, but you speak English. So
Fuck you. Fuck you.
You guys enjoy putting letters where they don't belong. And
shush!
Different words.
Shush! I did not invite you in here for this abuse. Actually, I pretty much did, to be honest.
A boot goes on your foot, not in the back of a car.
Ugh. But I try.
My Spanish is very bad. Is that what that says?
I don't know. I never learned Spanish. I am a self-described masochist. You're not wrong there.
That's horrible at snipers. Heather used to go, "Hey, snipers is up. Let's play."
As long it was a large level like Blood Gulch with snipers, it's fine because that's what it's designed for. Something like Lockout, with snipers is inherently a bad idea.
Yeah, no, I agree. And it used to be all long stages, but they seem to have dropped those out for everything but BTB, where you can't have 16 assholes running around on lockout. Although now I
Yeah.
kind of want to see that happen.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You probably could do it if you just go into Forge and edit more spawn points in.
Yeah.
Alright, so we drew a couple of cards. We each gained a resource back. And now on to the Mythos phase. 1 token on the Mythos. 1 of 4, so we don't really have long. Mythos hasn't advanced, but Amanda is going to pull from the encounter deck. And we got Arousing Suspicion. Revelation. Place 1 doom on each criminal enemy at your location. If no doom was placed by this effect, lose 2 resources. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. But that's unhelpful. Alright, Carolyn. Swarm of rats. Hunter. They've engaged me. Okay. Oh my god, that's not helpful.
Nothing in this game is helpful, Hansi. You know that.
No, I'm aware. Okay, that's fine. Come back another day. Good luck, guys. Thank you for stopping by. I do greatly appreciate it, and I will be swinging by yours sometime soon. Thank you very much for coming by. Just so you know, Fridays are always board game days for me. That is a given fact. So, have a good evening. Alright. On to the next round. So, Amanda. We draw a card. It's actually not bad. And we discard. Take the initiative. What do I want to put under her instead? Actually, perception isn't actually a bad idea at this point. Yeah. Oh my god, just having no resources is going to really kill at this point.
You know how you got resources?
Taking a drink.
I was gonna say play as my chick, but that might work too. Oh, look, an enemy, resources.
Yeah, pretty much. Fuck, that is. Though the characters in the Dunwich Legacy are insanely broken.
Well, I think they expect you to use that for her cross power.
Yes.
So they don't expect you to just use that to hoard resources like I usually do.
To be honest, I mean, do you want to talk about hoarding resources? Frickin' what's his face?
Don't bring up my cheese seller.
No, not your cheese seller. There's another character who came out in a later set. I need... Where are my tables? Oh, login. Okay. Sorry about this. Because I can't remember... Oh, horror investigators. The wheel is just loading. Preston Fairmount. He basically just is a walking bank. anytime he gains resources, and I think he gains like 5 resources a turn. That goes on.
Damn.
That goes on to a trust fund card, which is one of his main cards, and you spend the resources off of that card as if they were your normal resources. But if you don't spend all of those resources by the end of the turn, they get put back into the resource pool. Basically, because he is a trust fund kid. You have an action on there, and it costs one of your actions for the turn. You can take that money out of the trust fund and keep it on your person instead. But like he has I think his stats are 1s across the board, and he needs to use cards that increases his stats based on the number of the amount of money that he has. I managed to get it up using one of those cards. It's like you increase your stat for this check equal to half the amount of resources you had. I got it up to something like, I got my resources up to like 26 or something like that. So I was adding 13 to my skill checks whenever I was using this ability.
Oh, damn.
It was crazy. Okay, so there's nothing that I can do. That's actually pointless now, thinking on it. Alright, I don't have a... So, we're going to start with... I'm going to start with Carolyn. And I'm going to try and kill these rats. So it is fight of 1 against my fight of 2. So I've still got a +1 on this. -1 from the Chaos Pouch. So we deal 1 damage. We have killed the rats. So my first action. Second action. I will move back to the Clover Club Lounge because I don't want him to attack me. And I'm going to head over to the Clover Club card room. So, as you approach the card room, the clicking of poker chips and the shuffling of cards is punctuated by shouts of revelry and frustration. Your thoughts are nearly drowned out by the racket. So, while it is Act 1, the Clover card room gains, spend 2 resources, reveal a random chaos token. If it is the Elder Sign symbol, gain 2 clues and 2 resources from the resource token pool. If it is an even number, gain 2 clues from the token pool. If it is an odd number or any of the symbols, nothing happens. Well, that was my 3rd action, I think. Oh no, I can go straight from the Clover Club to the card room. So yeah, we'll do that. So that actually gives me another action that I can perform. Which will be, I'm gonna spend those 2 clues, or spend 2 resources. And I'm gonna try my luck and see what I pull. Well, Nuffle sure is pleased with me tonight. So, we pulled the Elder symbol, so I gained 2 clues, and gain 2 resources. I don't think that procs my I can heal ability, so because it's not really a skill check, it's pulling a token. Okay, so we've got 4. Why are you with your face down? That's not. I won't turn those over. Okay, so we've got 4. Alright. So we move up to the Clover Club Lounge for 1. For 2, I'm going to play Lita Chandler. As my second action. There's my third action. I'm gonna gain a resource. I need to start gaining resources back. Okay, so our friend the pit boss going back over to the Clover card room as it's the enemy phase. He's keeping an eye on me. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, sure, we can do that. I'm nowhere near ready to deal with the pit boss at this point, I don't think. Which is slightly annoying. But hey, it is what it is. Alright. Upkeep. No resetting of cards. Each gain a resource. And get to draw a card. Ooh, in the know. And I've got a plan. Actually, having I got a plan is actually helpful. Mr. Pip Boss. Did you want to play? I mean that's pretty bad actually. Me attacking the Pip Boss is not a good idea. What am I thinking? Alright. So we're back up to the Mythos phase. So 1 Doom on the agenda. Then Amanda pulls a card. Twist of Fate. Revelation. Reveal a random token from the Chaos bag. If you reveal the Elder symbol or a positive number, nothing happens. If you reveal any other number, take 1 damage. If you reveal a horror, if you reveal one of the other symbols, you take 2 horror. Zero. Okay. Now, here's the question. Is 0 an even number?
0 is technically not a number, isn't it?
Oh, right. No, it was... Okay, no, so it's actually, if you reveal the Elder symbol or a positive number. Hey there, Blue, welcome, welcome. So actually, ignore what I'm asking if it was an even number. 0 technically is a positive number? Maybe? I'm not sure. I don't know. It's neither positive nor negative. Is 0 a positive number? Zero is neither positive nor negative. Okay, that makes sense. Negative 0 is negative, 0 is positive. True. This isn't gaming, this is maths! This is just for this particular scenario where wording is very specific. FAQ. I think Twist of Fate was mentioned.
What, we're talking about the Hardys now?
Sure. I'm just math. Ara. Sorry, I'm.
That's still creepy.
That's the fucking point. Thank you for the RR redemption, Blue. Math is just a subset of rule lawyering. Smite the world. Searching for Izzy. Burned ruins. Lucky dice. Clover Pip Boss, The Golden Watch, Dr. William T. Melson. Just play with the Blue Eyes White Dragon and end him.
Wait,
No.
you activated my trap. Dragon captured, John.
No, Chaos Ultimate. There's a Chaos Ultimate Eyes Dragon. What's a card?
Blue Eyes. I don't know. There's like 300 versions of the Blue Eyes now.
That is true. That is true. Henry Armitage. That's not what I'm looking for. None of those are what I'm looking for. Laboratory Assistant. Sacrifice Made. No, none of those are what I'm looking for. Nested sequences, no, this is none of what I'm after. Alright, so I am undecided as to whether it is considered positive or not. Anyway, I'm tired and off to bed. Good luck with the math game. No worries. Thank you for stopping by, Blue. I appreciate you dropping in, man. Have a good sleep. So, what I'm going to turn around and say is that I'm going to go with the rule that is called... I forget what it's actually called. There's an actual name for this. The Grim Rule. That's it. Well, basically, if the worst is if it's a good choice between a good thing or a bad thing, the worst thing is gonna happen. So in this case,
Arkham, baby.
Oh yeah, Grim Rule activated. It is not a positive number because it doesn't have a plus beside it. So I'm taking a point of damage. I can live with the point of damage. the 2 points of horror I can't take. Thank you very much for the bits, Polar Cat. I appreciate it. Thank you for the 50 bits. You have a good evening. Too many early mornings. Good night. Good luck. Thank you very much. You're going to get some rest as well. And thank you once again. So we dealt with Twist of Fate. Okay. Next is Carolyn's pull from the deck. And Hunted Down. Revelations. If there are no unengaged criminals enemies in play, Hunted Down gains Surge. If there are one or more unengaged criminal enemies in play, each of them moves one location towards you. Each criminal enemy engaged you as a result of the effects and make an immediate attack. You bastard. There's nothing I can do from stopping that. Alright, looks like we're advancing the agenda this turn. Alright, so the Clover Club Pit Boss is engaging me and is doing 2 damage. Can't stop that attack. That's a little annoying. Especially as I only have, like, 4 HP now. God damn. I try and avoid damage with her. Okay. So, new turn. Amanda Sharp is as soon as an investigator deals damage to an enemy, immediately advance. Okay, that's fine. So we draw a card. Logical reasoning. Either way, we're discarding Perception. And I'm just going to place Prophecy under there at this point. Alright. Go 1, 2, 3. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Yep. Yep. We'll do that. Alright, so we're going to start with Amanda. So for the first action, we're going to use Logical Reasoning. Play only if you have at least 1 clue. We do. Choose an investigator at your location. That investigator either heals 2 horror or discards a tarot card from his or her threat area. Well, we're going to use it on Amanda herself. And we're going to heal 2 horror. Damn it, I also just realised I can't even do what I was going to do now because I've used resources, but that's fine. So that's the first action. Excuse me. Second action will be she is going to come over to the Clover Club card room. And then she's just going to gain a resource from the resource pool. Alright. I'm going to with Karen and Fern, I'm going to pay 3 to use the fight action. I've got a plan! With that, the attack uses my lore, my knowledge, instead. And you deal +1 damage for this attack for each clue you have, to a maximum of +3. We have 2 clues, so we do an extra 2 damage. And we are fighting 4 against 3 for this. Are we committing any skills though? We are. I'm going to commit evidence. Yep, gonna commit evidence. Because there are no clues on the field, so there's no real point to me doing this. I'm not entirely sure if any other locations are going to have clues on them, but we will see. So we're currently actually doing 6 against his 3. We got the cultist token. So what the cultist token does here is -3. If you succeed, you gain 3 resources. So we are doing 4, 5, 6, 7 against his 3. Minus the 3 is 4, so we still succeed. So we gain 3 resources. 1, 2, 3. He is defeated, and he has victory points. Oh wait, so for reference, we've done 2 extra damage from I've Got a Plan. We do 1 base damage already, and because Lita came across, nope, that didn't work. Shit. Lita only works when it's a monster enemy. Heck. Anyway, we've done 3 damage to the pit boss. Crap. And the agenda advances. So, your questioning has drawn the attention of several men, hired thugs by the look of them. Francis doesn't want to be bothered, one of them says. We suggest you leave the premises before we force you to leave. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. If you have completed extracurricular activities, advance directly to Agenda 2B. If the house always wins, advance to Agenda 2A. Okay, so I need to shuffle these into one another. So it said to 2B because we have completed extracurricular activities. So, sudden chaos. You hear a crash from somewhere outside and screams of pain in the lounge. A terrible monstrosity smashes through the entrance to the club, crushing the stairwell and knocking over gangsters and patrons alike. Spawn a random enemy from the set-aside Hideous Abominations encounter set in Clover Club Lounge. Shuffle the rest into the encounter set. Set the set-aside Shrieking Fear encounter set and the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Move all investigators and unengaged enemies from La Bella Luna to the Clover Club Lounge. Remove La Bella Luna from the game. Okay, so Right, so there are 3 cards here. So whoever gets to it first, in chat, 1, 2, or 3. Pick your numbers. Whoever gets there first will be the monster that spawns. That's not helpful. You know that's not helpful. 3. Okay. So, third monster is Servant of the Lurker. Sorry, Lurker's in chat. Your servant's appeared, and he's not happy, apparently. Do that. Do that. There. Do this, and we do, I guess. So what is that? That's prey. Lowest speed is a hunter. Forced. When Servant of the Lurker attacks you, discard the top 2 cards of your deck. Oh my god. Wow. Oh wow, that is frickin' painful. This is a monster. I was hoping to get rid of this Clover Club Pit boss. He's annoying. Alright. So, that is dealt with. Right. It said to remove that from the game. Yep. Okay. Amidst the chaos and confusion, the strange abomination attacks everyone in the club. Screams echo through the halls as blood begins to spray. Force. At the start of the enemy phase, discard each criminal enemy at the same location as an abomination enemy. So that was my first action. So for my second action, I'm going to attack the Clovis Club Pit boss again. This time we are giving a equal footing, 3 might against 3 might. We got the Elder Sign again. So we get +1. Well, we've done the damage to kill the Clover Club Pit boss. He gets added to the victory pile. And because we've pulled this, we can heal 1 horror. What are we even going to do? I'm not even ready to start fighting these servants of the Lurkers or anything like that. And there's nothing I can do to get around it. Okay. Let us heal a horror from Amanda. She's in worse shape right now. So that means she gains a resource. Alright. Enemy phase. He's a hunter. He's going on the prowl. And he is going to... He's going to engage Carolyn. That'll be 2 damage. I'm not in a good shape. And 2 sanity. Man, I'm not in good shape here. Alright. Rolling over. Each character gains a resource. I draw a card each. Lieutenant Wilson, you came at a good time, buddy. Okay, one doom on the agenda, and it is a 7. We got 7 more turns. First card, Amanda. She pulls rats, and Carolyn gets frozen in fear, terror. Put into your threat area the first time you perform one of the following actions: move, fight, or evade. Each round, it costs 1 additional actions per turn. Force. At the end of your turn, test willpower 3. If you succeed, discard frozen in fear. No, that's fine. I can deal with that. Alright, so, first things first. We draw a card and we discard the card that is underneath Prophecy. What we're then going to place underneath is Plan of Action. Oh, I was to discard the 2 top cards of my deck. Right, so Lieutenant Wilson technically would be gone, as well as Dodge. Shit, that would have been helpful. Said I've got Reliable. I don't even have a weapon. I don't even have an item asset I control yet. I do, but that's not helpful right now. Okay, fine. Okay. Things have taken a turn for the worse. Probably should just ran away from the pit boss. You know what? I'm an idiot. I don't even know why I bothered attacking him. He wasn't going to engage with me because he was fucking aloof. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm a fucking moron. I still have more time. I still have more time. What was I playing at? Whatever. What is done is done. I'm not going to go back. Too late now. I will accept my shortcomings at this. You live and learn. Or maybe not. Okay. Right, who are we going to deal with first? First things first, I need to get out of combat with this bastard. So we're going to evade. 2 against 2. I want to go 3 against 2. I want to go 3 against 2. So I'm going to use the other ability of Medico del Paste. So whenever I would initiate a non-willpower test, discard the card, use willpower instead for the test instead. So we're currently doing 3 against 2, and we get -1. I'll take that. We managed to evade it, so it's now evaded there. So that was for the first 2 actions that we have. And for my last action, I'm going to draw a card. Am I going to draw a card, or am I going to attempt gambling again? No, I'm going to attempt gambling again. It's 2 resources. Elder Sign! Woo! So, 2 resources and 2 clues. Luck is taking pity on me for my screw-ups. Alright, now I'm testing Frozen in Fear. Willpower 3, so I've got 3 willpower. I'm going to commit Fearless, which gives me an extra 2. Skull. Alright, so the skull is -2. You may spend 2 resources to treat this token as 0 instead. I've got a number of resources. If I treat it as 2, I can heal 2 horror instead. Which I might actually do. So I'm going to spend 2 resources. We'll treat that as 0. We're beating Frozen in Fear by 2. I get to heal 2 horror. And after one of your effects heals horror, card effects heals horror from an investigator area, I gain 1 resource back for that from my ability. Alright. Okay. So for my first action, I'm going to attack the swarm of rats with Amanda. We're committing plan of action. It's not actually going to do anything. But it is 1 against 3 because we get +1 from Lita. And we managed to get +1. So we do 1 damage, killing the rats because it's a creature, not a monster. Alright, that's that. Oh, excuse me. Then for my second action, I'm going to spend 2 resources to use I've Got a Plan again, this time against the Servant of the Lurker. It uses knowledge instead of might, and we gained +2, so it's currently at 4. And we're committing plan of action. Gonna commit anything else, just in case we still need that. No, we won't be committing anything else, so we're currently at evens against it. Manage the Elder Sign again. This is insane amount of luck. But what that does is adds 0, but we double any of the underground cards underneath, so we get 2 question marks, so we get another 2 books. So it puts us up at 6. We're doing 1 base damage, 1 from Lita, because this is a monster, and then 2 more for the 2 clues we have for I've Got a Plan, so that's 4 damage. It's not enough to kill it though. I've Got a Plan goes underneath. That goes in the discard pile. And for Amanda's last action is she's also going to play the cards. Costs 2. This is probably a bad thing to do, but hey, whatever. And then we see what we pull. -2. So it's an even number. So we just gain 2 clues from the resource pool. Now, the Act said whenever the investigators collect the required number of clues, they must immediately spend them and advance. So we now have no clues. No clues. So, after speaking to a number of gamblers and servants, it seems as though Dr. Morgan had quite the run lately. Instead of cashing out his winnings, he was convinced to double down. He was last seen entering the guarded hall near the back of the card room. Put the set-aside darkened hall into play. If it is Agenda 1, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a criminal enemy is discarded and spawn the enemy in the darkened hall. No, it's not. So, darkened hall. We'll put it down here. Just pop that on there. Alright, so. Skin game. Dr. Morgan is somewhere in the private section of the club, where only VIPs and club managers are allowed. If you are to find him, you're going to have to sneak in or even fight your way in. Objective: only investigators in the VIP area may spend the required number of clues as a group to advance. Oh, shit. So I still need to gain clues. Man, that sucks. That was my third action as well, wasn't it? Yeah. Alright. So, the darkened hall. A heavy oak door stands in a secluded corner of the club. As you approach, the air grows heavy, and the clamour of the card room fades behind you. So we still need to find... I need 4 clues. Carolyn's on a roll with the cards, so we might just continue trying to get the things from there. So, enemy phase. It's exhausted, so it's not going to attack or anything. So we can unexhaust the servant, because we're now in the next phase. Everything unexhausts. Everyone gains a resource. And everyone gains a card. I'm getting kunai. Not with chain, though. Ooh, hypnotic therapy. I need to be healing damage, though. I've taken a lot of damage. One more... Oh, I've got like 2 HP for Carolyn. That's not a good sign. I need ways of mitigating that damage somehow. I'm going to have to look into that. Alright, anyway. Place 1 Doom on the agenda, and then we draw from the deck. So, Mobster. Humanoid Criminal Syndicate. Retaliate forced. After Mobster attacks you, lose 1 resource. You better scram, pal, unless you're hungry for boot leather and lead. And Carolyn. Carolyn found O'Bannon's Thug. While O'Bannon's Thug is engaged with you, you cannot gain resources. Okay, so first things first is Amanda. Draw a card. Stop the Merlin Christopher. We need to deal with the servant of the Lurker, though. Somehow. How are we going to deal with the servant? Oh, we have nothing that we can put underneath. Not only that, I've got to deal with the Mobster and O'Bannon's Thug. Don't even have the money to get rid of anyone. Best thing I can do is pop the kunai underneath Amanda at this point. Alright. How are we going to do this? If we try and attack the thug... Alright, if we try and do any kind of attacking, we're kind of going to be at a huge disadvantage. Alright. At the very least, I'm going to deal with this here, the mobster here. I'm going to deal with Amanda first. Am I seeing flashing? Why are things flashing? Alright, so the webcam is having issues from looks of things. You gonna flash again, webcam? Yep, the webcam is having issues. Alright, just bear with me one moment while I try and fix the issue with the webcam. So it's normal swap. Turn that on. If there is still flashing while I'm not looking at the screen, please do let me know. I said each enemy, okay. So I could actually just run from them and I can let the servant of the lurker deal with them. But I want to deal with the lurker, I don't want the lurker chasing me down. So I think... So I think I'm going to evade. I'm going to evade the mobster to begin with. So we're rolling 2. Oh, it's still flashing. What the hell? Why? Oh, I just need to get a new camera, I think. It's a terrible camera anyway. Yeah, it's flashing. I don't even know why. My apologies for the flashing camera. Hopefully, I can sort it by I'll get it figured out by next week or something. I don't even know why it's flashing. Anyway. We're doing, was it 2 against 2? I don't have anything to help me with it. Zero. So we managed to evade the mobster. So that's the first action. Second action will be... Second action will be gain a resource. Yeah, gain a resource. And the final action will be... Let me just see what I've got in my hands. Seriously, nothing that's going to help. I'm gonna attempt to gain more. Oh, I can't even do that. It's gone past the first act, hasn't it? So we're not in Act 1 anymore. Okay, so she's gonna move to the darkened hall. Clover Club, a heavy oak door. Alright, so we turn it over. Forced. When the hallway is revealed, put into play the 3 set aside black door hallway locations. Oh, for God's sake! This is. Stop it.
It looks more like it's getting ready to die rather than just.
I think so. I think it is. Stop it. I don't like this. Alright. Terribly sorry. You're gonna be losing my face for a bit. Well, you're gonna be losing my face for the rest of the stream, to be honest. So, for those that were here to look at my ugly mug, sorry, but bye. And while I am doing this technical, while I am performing technical maintenance.
A word from our not sponsors.
Indeed. This is fucking frustrating. Oh, and that's a reason for me to go and splurge on Amazon. Stand, please. Come on. It was a cheap ass camera anyway. Alright. Time to play Tech Issues. Oh, this is going to be interesting anyway. Do that. And if I do that, we then do this. We do most properties. Yeah, that's right. Done. Okay. Properties. No, not USB camera. C920. Done. Activate. Okay, that's weird. Filters. Crop. Remove that. Done. That's actually that's better quality. That's a little annoying. I thought it was wider than that. Okay. Filters. Can we scaling aspect ratio? No, that's not what we're after. Whoa, okay, that was insane. Ew, what's happened? Do that. Okay. Terribly sorry. This is... Why is that? What? Thank you. I'm that's the best as I can get it right now. I'm terribly sorry. Right, so we move that up there, move that up there, that up there, that up there, that up there, that there. So that was my third move for Amanda. Alright, so the doors slam shut behind you as you stand in sudden silence. The area of the club is lonesome and devoid of warmth and colour. Somehow, the spotless floor and walls seem more sinister than inviting. Alright, so we've got black doorways. So the first action. Where's my chaos pouch? There's my chaos pouch. I'm gonna have to be spending some time fixing all of this then when I get new cameras and shit. Okay. So the first action we're going to do with Carolyn is we're going to try and invade the thugs. The O'Brien thug. We're doing 2 against 2. We managed the Elder Sign again. Fantastic. We successfully evaded. And we heal a resource. So we heal a horror, so I gain a resource back. That's my first action. My second action is I'm going to go into the darkened hallway as well. And then we're going to go into this back hall doorway. You approach an unmarked door towards the back of the Clover Club. Back alley. We can resign. We can get out this way. But there's 2 clues here. So 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pay 2 to use the ability of working a hunch fast, but only during your turn. Discover 1 clue at your location. So we've already gained a clue back. But we found an alley so we can get out of here. Alright, and that's the end of the turn. So, it is now the monster phase. And at the start of the monster phase, discard each criminal that was in the location with an aberration. Or abomination. So, those 2 have been killed. And he will move to the darkened hallways, because he can. And he's going to engage Amanda and deal 2 damage and 2 horror. And both of that is going to go onto Lita. Because that is why she's there. She's a damage sponge. Okay. Next. We have a... Oh, we've got the upkeep phase. Gain a resource each and draw a card each. Shush. It's so weird not having my cam up now anymore. Okay, that's fine. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, so... we will... so we place Doom on the agenda. Then we draw from the agenda deck. And we've pulled Rotting Remains. Amanda Sharp has, and that is testing Willpower 3, and for each point you fail by, you take 1 horror. Are we going to commit any cards that we have in our hand? No, we're not. Okay, and we have... we pull 0. So it's a test of 3, we have a base of 2, but because of the Hawkeye folding camera, we get +1 to willpower. So we pass that test. Next is Carolyn. got Cursed Luck. Revelation. Put Cursed Luck into play in your threat area. You gain -1 skill value during skill tests. After you succeed a skill test by 1 or more, discard Cursed Luck. Alright, we can deal with that. So, we're now back round to the start, or the investigator phase. So, we discard the card underneath Amanda, and we draw a new card. We have not got another skill. Jesus, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. That's going to be useful. I'm going to put Otherworldly Compass underneath Amanda this round. I'm not really going to use that this turn. This game, I don't think. Okay, so first things first is we need to deal with the Lurker. The Servants of the Lurker. So, are we going to attack it? Not. We're currently running evens against it. We just need to actually hit it and we can kill the thing. I'm gonna try. I want to get rid of it. No, we're not running evens against it. What am I talking about? That's an insane lie. We're running at -1. So we've got base 2, +1 from Lita, and then and it's running at 4. And we got +1. Great. So that's what we got. We killed it. We got it. That's another point to the victory pile. Okay. So that was my first action. My second action will be... we're going to head into the far black doorway. I didn't even read the flavor test. So, a steep, narrow staircase ascends to a second, unmarked door. To your surprise, it leads to a back alley behind La Bella Luna. This must be where they smuggle in their goods. Oh, we got the art. We found the art gallery. Forced. After you fail a skill test while investigating the art gallery, lose 2 resources. Exotic art and antiques adorn the walls of Peter Clover's private gallery. An evening breeze rustles the worn pages of the ledger back and forth. And there are 2 clues here. So that there was my second action. I'm then going to play Working a Hunch for 2. That allows me to, if during your turn, discover one clue at your location. And then my third action, I'm going to just investigate, I think. This is 2 against 2. But we have the +2 from the Otherworldly Compass, so we're doing 2 against 4. So -2 and we'll be okay. You got the monster token from last encounter, where we had to add it because we let the monster run loose. So I'm gonna take it that it basically means it basically gains surge, and we have to pull another one. And this time we ended up pulling the Elder Sign. I'll take it. So we succeed. We gain the second clue from here. And that means we gain another item on the Hawkeye camera. Fantastic. Alright. So, Carolyn, your turn. You are going to investigate the back alley, and I'm going to commit deduction. I mean, it doesn't really matter. We need to do it anyway. It just gives us an extra 1. 4 against the 1. We pulled the monster token again, so I'll pull another token. Skull, which is -2. We're fine with that, so that's fine. We gain another clue, so that's another victory point though. So that's the first action. Second action is we will move back into the darkened hallway. For a third action, we'll go into the black hall doorway. This is the VIP area. When you are in the VIP area, you cannot draw cards or gain resources during the upkeep phase. This is a shroud value of 3, and another 2 clues here. So, 1, 2, 3. Alright, yeah, and we discarded a cursed luck as well, because we succeeded that. Skill test. Okay. All right. Well, let's see if we can. We want to grab those clues as well, anyway. Oh, this is not good because we're running out of time. All right. Monsters. There are no monsters. Upkeep. We don't gain any resources or cards because of the VIP area's ability. At least Carolyn doesn't, but Amanda does. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so put a Doom on there. We draw a card. Ah, dissonant voices. Cannot play assets or events. Arousing suspicion. Place 1 Doom on criminals. If no Doom was placed, you lose 2 resources. Okay, that's fine. Right. Amanda is going to move 1, 2, and then she is. Oh, hang on, wait a minute. Before we do that, go back there. I'm not done yet. Draw a card. Mental dexterity. Okay. Otherworldly voices get discarded. Overpower gets placed underneath. So you cannot play assets. We can't play assets or events this turn. That's fine. Okay. So, yeah, still. 1, 2. We're going to spend the required things to advance. So, if the players have not completed extracurricular activity, if the players have completed extracurricular activity, the VIP rooms are filled with mangled and bloodied bodies of unfortunate patrons. There doesn't appear to be any trace of Dr. Morgan. You hear screaming and gunfire from the main area of the club. Put the set aside Peter Clover into play in the Clover Club bar. Search the encounter deck or out of play for any abomination enemy and spawn it in the Clover Club bar. Advance to Act 3. Fold. Alright, so they're saying Peter Clover. He is in the bar. And then we need an abomination. So after performing an attack against the conglomerations of spears, using a melee card, discard that card. Interesting. Conglomeration of spheres. Have a quick look at that. That's fucking crazy. Even though it's one attack, but it's 6 health. Alright. Those have been spent. And we're going to all in. No, not all in, we're going into fold. So. Free drinks for whoever gets me the hell out of here, man exclaims from the bar. While Peter Clover is not controlled by a player, he gains Parlay Test Willpower 3 to convince Peter to follow you. If you succeed, place 1 clue from the token bank on him. If there are 1 times investigate a number of clues on Peter, take control of him. Objective: if each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. Alright. So 1, 2, and then she's going to investigate. I'm going to investigate. Don't have much time. Yeah, we're going to investigate. And we are going to use deduction. We're going to commit another deduction to this skill. And overpowered because we can. So we're testing 3 against 4, 5. Is there anything else that we could add? Sure. 6. So 3 against 6. -1. Because of deduction, we gain an extra clue. In the know goes into the discard, and overpower goes underneath. We succeeded, so we get to draw a card. Nice. Okay, that's great, actually. We gained the 2 clues from there. Alright. Carolyn, where are you going? First things first, you're going to be spending 4 to play Abbess Alera de Bassy. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Well, that's 1, 2, 3, and then yeah, okay, yeah. So we're going to use the Abbess's ability to move 1 location. We're going to move back to the Darkened Hall. Second, we're going to move to the Clover card room, and for the third, we're going to move to the lounge. Alright, at the end of the round, Dissonant Voices gets discarded. We then have the monster phase. So, the contamination of, or columnation of spheres is going to move to the club room because it's going to be targeting the person with the lowest willpower, and that currently is Amanda. Amanda's kind of in the shit right now, but that's fine. We can deal with that. Alright, no, and well, we got all of the clues, so actually Amanda now has an extra point of sanity, which is great. Okay, so upkeep. Amanda's in the VIP, so she can't gain anything, but Carolyn can this time around. Book of Psalms. It's the first time we've managed to pull that one. Book of Psalms is interesting. 4 secrets. Spend 1 secret, heal 1 horror from an investigatory location, add 2 blessed tokens to the chaos bag. Alright. Force at the start of the enemy phase, if no investigator controls Peter, deal 1 damage to him. Oh, he takes 1 damage, okay. Exhaust Peter Clover, automatically evade a criminal enemy in your location. Okay, interesting. Oh, I am in camera shot, my bad. Hey, get a free profile of my face. Alright, so let me just check the hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, that's fine. Gee, that's great. Okay, so. One doom. We are at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, that there is no longer exhausted. Draw some cards. Twist of Fate. Reveal a random token. So it was reveal a random token. If it's the Elder sign or a positive number, nothing happens. If it is any other number, deal 1 damage. If it is a symbol of some kind, then you take 2 horror. But we pulled the Elder symbol, so nothing happens for this Twist of Fate. We got Surge. Something in the drinks. Something in the drinks. Poison, illicit, surge, revelation. Each player who has had a drink loses 1 action. Nope. And we got another Twist of Fate. And we got the Elder sign once again. Wow. Okay. I don't know how many Elder signs we've gotten this time around. The statistical probabilities of it is exceedingly high with the number we've had. But okay, whatever. Alright, so. New phase. Discard the card underneath Amanda. And we pull another one. Great, okay, that's fantastic actually. So we got Vicious Blow. I'm going to actually put Vicious Blow underneath Amanda. 1 extra damage? That's helpful. Okay, so, new round. Where do we start? That's in the way of me getting back. Either way, first things first, we're going to go to the bar. Can I make it back? Actually, let me work this out. Can I make it back in time? 1, 2, 3. It doesn't matter. 1, 2. I can just make it back. If we go 1, 2, and then attack that, how much damage can we feasibly do to that? So we do 1 base damage plus an extra 2, so that's 3, 4, 5. Shit, we would be 1 short. Would it then not be better to go 1, 2 and wait in the alley? What will we do for the last action? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If we do that, that would take me down to 6, plus the intro 2 would take me up to 8. But we lose the extra 1 damage from Vicious Blow. I can do I have the money to do that? I do have the money to do that, okay. We are going to do it that way then. Okay, that's fine. So we're going to go from the VIP area for the first one, from the Darkened Hall back into the club card room. The congregation of spheres is engaged with Amanda. And then we are going to attack it. I'm going to pay 2 to use occult incantations. And we obviously were committing Vicious Blow to this. So, Occult Incantation. As an additional cost to play Occult Invocation, discard up to 2 cards from your hand. We are going to discard Dr. Millen Christopher and Emergency Cash. So, fight. This attack uses knowledge instead of fight. You get +1 knowledge and +1 damage to this attack for each card you discarded as part of this card's cost. So, we are running off of 4 knowledge, plus the 2 from the attack is... or the 2 knowledge plus the 2 from the attack is another 2 knowledge is 4, +1 for the Hawkeye folding camera is 5. 5 against 1 fight for the conglomeration of spheres. -3. So that's enough damage. So we've got +1 damage from Vicious... So we do base 1 damage, +1 from Vicious Blow, +2 from Occult Invocation, and another +1 from Lita. Will we be able to deal with this, actually? Okay. So that there is 5 damage, right? Yes. Okay, so with that, what can we do next? Well, we're done there. Well, there's nothing more that we can do there. Alright. Can we still do this if I... Abbas? Take control. Come to the club room. Come to the card room. Attack for 1. Abbas for 3. Darkened Hall. Okay, yeah. I know what I've got this down. So we're going to use the Abbess's ability again to move to the bar. We're going to then parlay of willpower 3. So we're currently running 3s. We're going to commit Peter Sullivan. Or Peter Silvestera. Sorry. We got 0. So, he has gained a clue. Alright. Yep. If there are 2 clues on Peter, take control of him. Okay. And then we're going to parlay with him again. And this time, are we going to commit anything? Sure. We're going to commit the Book of Psalms. Just to give us that little edge. Zero. Okay. Sure. That is useful. So that's the second clue. So, yeah, we gain control of him. Alright, no, he keeps his damage. So, that was the second action. So for my third action, we go to the club room. And that is everything. So, enemy phase. The enemy attacks for 1 damage and 1 horror. Just pop that on Amanda because we still need Lita. Upkeep. Gain a resource. Draw a card. Shit, Whispers from the Deep. God damn it. Ooh, Sword Cane. Alright. So. Alright. Place 1 Doom on the agenda. We draw from the deck. Hunted. Oh, right, no. We would have got engaged because hunted down, wasn't it? Yeah, shit. Alright, so if there is no unengaged enemies in place, hunted down gains surge. If there is one or more unengaged criminals in play, each of them moves 1 location. Alright, there's no criminals currently in play. So we gain surge. So let us... Okay, gotta go spend time with my cousin. I will see you tomorrow if you're streaming. Hope you get your webcam fixed. So, I mean, that webcam is absolutely terrible. I regret buying it, so I'll be getting some new ones anyway. But, no, you go and enjoy your time with your cousin. I hope you have a good evening, Vespartan. And yeah, I will be streaming tomorrow, so I will catch you tomorrow. Take it easy. Alright, so just shuffling up the encounter deck so we can gain the new card from Surge. And we got Rotting Remains. Willpower 3. We have 3 willpower, which is nice. Do we have anything that we could commit? Sure, let's test. Let's commit the Tooth of Edzuli. Gives me an extra +1. Which was lucky, we pulled -1. So that puts us back at evens, so we succeed that. We don't take any horror. And then Carolyn pulls one. We also get Rotting Remains. Nice, okay. You're already at 3 willpower, so we're not going to increase it. We're going to run the risk. And the risk paid off. We got a 0. Okay. So, it is now back round to the investigators phase. We discard Vicious Blow. We draw a card. And unfortunately, Whispers of the Deep came up. So we have to put that underneath. Alright. Okay, we attack. That's 1 action, 2 action, 3 action. 1, 2. Who is more likely to get the attack off? To be honest, we are. So, we are going to... So Amanda is going to attack the conglomeration of spears. Event. Fast. Play when you initiate a skill test. Return the card beneath her to your hand, so we actually get rid of Whispers of the Deep. And Obscure Studies goes underneath instead. So we're committing the Obscure Studies. And we have a fight of 3 because of Lita. With that, it becomes 6. It's actually going to be very difficult to lose this. Excuse me. There's only one...
Shit.
What game?
Frostpunk.
Ah. Pulled a -2. So that takes us down from 6 to 4. Still enough to kill it.
Imagine like imagine like The Sims, but I guess maybe The Sims. It's like it's like The Sims kind of, except you don't control the people, you just make the settlements and shit.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's extremely difficult.
Sounds
It's like It's as if the world like went into like a second ice age, and you're the last survivors. And so you have to like build a settlement and make choices about like different things that happen.
Yeah.
You a hope meter and a discontent meter, but you also have to keep your people fed. You need wood and steel and coal, because you don't keep everybody heated. They'll die and get sick, and you need to build like field medic tents and stuff.
Yeah. That actually sounds interesting. It's a lot of resource management.
Yeah, it's a lot of resource management. And you got to make some decisions because you need to make like different laws and stuff as you go along. Like, well, you're low on food. Well, you can either choose to start making soup, or you could start. That'll save you a little bit of food. Or you could start putting sawdust in the
Oh, Jesus Christ.
which stretches your
Is
food
this
supply.
Frostpunk you're talking about?
This is Frostpunk, yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing horror stories from PJ about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah, the first game I played, I did all the terrible stuff. Like instead of a cemetery, I just dug a pit in the snow and threw the dead bodies in the snow pit.
Jesus Christ.
The hope took a huge hit. At that point, I also put all the children to work at dangerous jobs because I was low on workers. Sure, a few of them got crippled, but it wasn't my problem.
Bloody hell, man.
Until they kicked me out. And
Yeah.
Thrown down.
Yeah, the bitches threw me down.
Jesus Christ. It's sounding like you're
If you're
Total
a
War
town
Shogun.
manager.
No, Total War Shogun 2.
Oh God.
Anyway, for the
He
second.
brought that on himself, in all honesty, though.
True. So Amanda's going to use a quick action before a second action to
My
use
turn.
Abbas's ability to move to the darkened hallway.
I've decided to go the route eventually once you've like explored far enough with your explorer teams. You can choose either order or faith. So I've made my own religion now, and I just enacted my entire law enforcement is they're called quote unquote faith keepers. They'll walk the city streets and make sure people stay faithful.
Jesus, man.
This will not end well for you.
No, it won't.
People are very hopeful right now.
No, you too, Ron. See what I was talking about him.
Still That's not really my problem.
Right. Okay. So,
Not enough food to go around.
second
Gotta do
action.
fighting pits, so that keeps them nice and chill. So they won't
Jesus.
start riots.
I can't eat, but watch those two beat the shit out of each other.
Indeed.
Yeah. Alright, so second action, move to the back alley. And third action is Ravine. We can get out this way.
Yeah.
So, first action for Carolyn will be moving to the darkened hall. Second action will be to go to the back alley. And the third action will be to resign. So, objective. If each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. So, you make your way towards the rain-slicked streets of Arkham. If an investigator resigned with Peter Clover under his or her control, R3. Otherwise, R1. Well, we got Peter Clover out. So, card close-up. And actually, that's the campaign log. We want this one. So, while we're doing that, we'll have a few quick words from our hashtag not sponsors while I move the camera back to where it was, because that is where it belongs. So, just a few moments from those sponsors. That'll be the last one of the evening. Alright. The ad just finished. So, that was perfect timing, really. Okay. So, we got R3. So, no resolution was reached. No. There's resolution 3. Although you are unable to find Dr. Morgan in the club, the man you rescued is grateful for your help. He introduces himself as Peter Clover, the owner of the establishment you just left. Despite the situation, he maintains an air of quiet professionalism. As you make your way towards the streets, a well-polished Chrysler B70 rolls up to you, and a gorgeous woman with long brown hair and narrow eyes exits. She's flanked by dangerous-looking men who slip their hands under their suit jackets when they see you. "Peter," she says with a sigh of relief. "Good, you're okay. I heard there was trouble." She turns and glares at you with deadly eyes. "Who are they?" Mr. Clover duffs off his vest, unworried. "Naomi, my dear, these are friends of mine. They..." He clears his throat. "Escorted me off the premises," he explains after a short pause. "They have earned our gratitude." The woman crosses her arms and takes a moment to size you up before giving you a smirk. "Very well, then. I must thank you for taking care of Peter. Run along now, we'll handle things from here." She nods to the goons flanking her, and they walk past you towards the club's rear entrance, pulling firearms out from underneath their coats. You're not sure what handling things means, but you're pretty sure you don't want to be here when the gunfire starts. You thank Naomi and Peter and head off. Interesting, okay. So, then, in your campaign log, record that Naomi has the investigators' backs. In the campaign log, record that Dr. Francis Morgan was kidnapped. If any player cheated, add a monster token to the chaos bag for the remainder of the campaign. No player cheated. We didn't cheat. Each investigator earns experience equals to victory X, value of the number of cards in the victory display. So we got 1, 2, 3 for the back alley, VIP area, and art gallery, and then we got another 2 for defeating the Clover Club pit boss and the Servant of the Lurker. Yet somehow, not cheating is considered cheating. I don't see it that way. Okay. So we gained 5 experience. That puts us up at 8 experience. That's a. You weren't supposed to not do that. I mean they're fair. Okay. And then proceed to Interlude 1, Armitage's Fate. Check the campaign log. If the investigators were unconscious for several hours, read Armitage's Fate 1. Otherwise, skip to Armitage's Fate 2. Oh, we can skip to Armitage's Fate 2. So, when you arrive at Dr. Armitage's home in Southside, you find him sitting at his desk, pale-faced and sweating with worry. He is grateful for you for searching for his colleague, but he doesn't look relieved. With a long pause, he straightens his glasses and explains, "I'm afraid I must apologize. There's something I didn't mention to you earlier." Dr. Armitage then spins a tale you would scarcely believe had you not been... if it had not been for your harrowing experiences earlier that night. In your campaign log, record that the investigators rescued Dr. Henry Armitage. Dr. Henry Armitage. Any one investigator may choose to add Dr. Henry Armitage to his or her deck. This card does not count towards the deck size. It can be found in the Armitage's Fate encounter set, which I think is the last card. Yep. I think Armitage was added as one of the new player decks that you can get. Let me double check that. Just not talking out my arse, as I usually do. Investigator starter decks. Oh no, it's Dr. Henry. It was Harvey Walters is the one you can get. Okay. It'd be weird if they had a deck for him and then you could like get him as an asset, which is very weird. Okay, so 2/2. He has 2 question mark icons. After you draw a card, discard that card and exhaust Dr. Henry Armitage. Gain 3 resources. Armitage knew he would be meddling with terrible powers, yet saw that there was no other way around the other way to annul the deeper and more malign meddlings which others had done before him. He has 2 HP and 2 sanity. So what do we currently have in each deck? So Amanda got Lita. Amanda has the Universal Solvent. Carolyn has Wilson Stewart. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, who took Warren Rice? That's the question. I think Warren Rice is in Amanda's deck. Yeah. So, Dr. Henry Armitage is going to go in Carolyn's deck. Alright, so Rice is with Amanda. Armitage is with Carolyn. Alright. The story continues in Scenario 2, the Miskatonic Museum. Alright. So, we will pick that up next week. Mainly because, obviously, with the issue with the cameras, I'm not going to continue on. So, hopefully we'll pick this up next week, so long as I get a new camera in time. So, thank you very much to everyone who has been here. Please do stick around. We will find someone to raid in a moment. We'll have a very quick shout out to thank you to the moderators of Steam Labs, The Real Atomisk, SSJ Hunter Killer, Nikolai Vladov.
Yo.
You are all very helpful. Thank you very much for being here, my moderators. Thank you very much to Polar Cat for the bits. Indeed. Very much for Polar Cat for the bits and the cheers. I appreciate it. Excuse me. We're very good at sitting here and chilling. Yeah. There's not much that needs to be done for the moderators at this point. If we ever got any bigger, then maybe, but that's not going to happen, is it?
Not with that attitude.
You're right. It's a great attitude. And thank you for the follow, obviously from El Mito.
Say the full name.
Appreciate it. No, well I can. It's El Mito del Chaos. But I appreciate it. So, thank you very much for watching. If you have been watching this on YouTube or on Twitch, posts, I do appreciate it. If you haven't already, please do consider hitting that follow or subscribe button in the relevant locations. If you are over on YouTube, please do consider hitting that thumbs up or leaving a friendly constructive comment. So it really helps out with the algorithms for the video. If you can do one of those, if you do one of those things, it helps out with the algorithm. If you can do both of those things, though, it doubles that exposure, and you would be majestic people. Or better yet, why don't you come on over live, interact with us in chat, have some fun shooting the shit here. We'd all appreciate it. So, let us find someone to raid. What are we going to do? Who should we raid today? Why don't we go? We haven't raided these guys in a while, mainly because they always seem to go off. They always seem to be offline whenever we finish. They raid us a couple of times. But let's go and say hello to those baked boys. They are currently playing Minecraft. They are in their own little server that I am a member of, but obviously with my board game streams I can't join them on Fridays when it's their community day. So go on over, give them some love, say hi. But for everyone else who's not joining the raid, and for those on YouTube, until next time, stay safe.